Imagine stumbling upon a castle frozen in time, its halls echoing with forgotten whispers. Some were abandoned by war, others by fate, and a few by something far more sinister. From haunted ruins to ghost towns of luxury, these 7 mysterious castles hold secrets the world has long forgotten. Ready to uncover their eerie past? Let's begin. Podhyrtsy Castle, Ukraine. Imagine walking through a grand palace once filled with laughter, lavish feasts, and the finest European art. Now, all that remains is silence, an eerie, unsettling stillness. This is Podhyrtsy Castle, a forgotten masterpiece in the heart of Ukraine, where history whispers through its decaying walls. Built in the 17th century, this magnificent Renaissance palace was once the pride of Polish nobility. With its vast ballrooms, intricate frescoes, and breathtaking gardens, it stood as a symbol of wealth and power. But time was not kind. Wars, looting, and fires slowly drained its splendor, turning it into a ghostly ruin. And then, the legends began. Visitors claim to have seen shadowy figures lurking in the corridors. Some hear the distant echo of music, as if an invisible orchestra still plays for guests who have long since vanished. But the most chilling tale is that of the Lady in White, believed to be the spirit of a noblewoman betrayed and buried alive within the castle walls. Locals say she still wanders the halls searching for justice. Though abandoned, Podhyrtsy Castle refuses to be forgotten. It stands as a haunting reminder of a lost era, a place where beauty and darkness intertwine. Would you dare to visit? Hamilton Palace, Scotland. Deep in the Scottish countryside, hidden behind overgrown trees and rusting gates, lies Hamilton Palace, a mansion that was once destined to rival Buckingham Palace itself. But today, it stands as a ghostly relic, a forgotten dream swallowed by time. This massive estate was the grand ambition of the Dukes of Hamilton, Scotland's most powerful aristocrats. Built in the 17th century, it was an architectural marvel, adorned with priceless artwork, grand staircases, and endless rooms dripping in gold. It was a palace fit for royalty, a home that could have been Scotland's most breathtaking landmark. But fortune can be fickle. As generations passed, the Hamilton family fell into financial ruin, their vast wealth crumbling under the weight of debts. By the 1920s, the palace was stripped of its treasures, its walls left bare. Piece by piece, it was dismantled and sold, its grand interiors scattered across the world. What remained? Nothing but a hollow shell, an abandoned titan, haunted by lost riches and broken dreams. Today, few even know this forgotten palace exists. Guarded by fences and whispers of unexplained shadows, it remains a forbidden ruin, a place where Scotland's past lingers, waiting to tell its tragic tale. Would you dare step inside? Ballycarbery Castle, Ireland. Perched on a lonely hill in County Kerry, Ireland, overlooking the wild Atlantic waves, stands Ballycarbery Castle, a ruin that looks like it was torn straight from the pages of a forgotten legend. The once mighty fortress, now covered in creeping ivy and time-worn stone, whispers of battles, betrayal, and a legacy that refuses to fade. Built in the 16th century, Ballycarbery was home to the powerful MacCarthy Moore clan, who ruled the land with an iron fist. Its towering walls and commanding location made it a fortress of strength, a symbol of dominance in the untamed Irish landscape. But power comes at a cost. In the mid-1600s, during the brutal Cromwellian Wars, English forces besieged the castle, bombarding it with heavy cannon fire. Stone by stone, its defenses crumbled, and what was once an unbreakable stronghold became a shattered relic. The McCarthys were forced to flee, and the castle was left to the mercy of time. But here's the eerie part. Locals say the castle isn't truly empty. Many claim to see flickering lights inside the ruins at night, as if ghostly torches are still burning. Some even whisper about phantom soldiers, trapped in an endless battle, their footsteps echoing through the crumbling halls. Despite centuries of destruction, Ballycarbery Castle refuses to disappear. It stands defiantly against the elements, a haunting reminder of Ireland's fierce past. Would you dare explore its ruins and uncover the spirits that still linger? Bodiam Castle, England. Picture this. A castle straight out of a fairy tale, surrounded by a shimmering moat, its towering walls reflecting in the still waters like a ghost of the past. This is Bodiam Castle, one of England's most enchanting and mysterious ruins. Built in 1385 by Sir Edward Dallingrig, a former knight, Bodiam was designed as the ultimate fortress, a shield against invasion during the 100 Years' War. With its high stone towers, hidden passageways, and deep defensive moat, it was a place of both beauty and brutality. But strangely, no one really knows if it ever saw battle. Despite its military design, Bodiam fell not to war, but to time. It passed through noble families, each leaving their mark until the castle was eventually abandoned. By the 17th century it was little more than a hollow shell, a ghost of its former self, but some believe something still lingers within its walls. Visitors often report feeling an eerie presence, as if unseen eyes are watching from the empty windows. Others speak of distant whispers floating through the ruined halls. And then there's the phantom knight, said to roam the castle grounds at dusk, forever guarding a kingdom that no longer exists. Today Bodiam Castle stands as a majestic ruin, an icon of England's medieval past. But is it merely a relic, or does something ancient still live within its walls? Would you dare to step across its legendary moat and find out for yourself? Castle of Cactus, Slovakia. High above the rolling hills of Slovakia, the castle of Cactus stands in eerie silence, its broken walls whispering of horrors long buried in time. This isn't just an abandoned ruin, it's the former lair of one of history's most terrifying figures, Elizabeth Bathory, the Blood Countess. Built in the 13th century, the castle was meant to be a mighty fortress, guarding the land against invaders. But in the late 1500s, it became the private domain of Countess Bathory, a noblewoman whose name would forever be drenched in dark legend. According to chilling stories, she kidnapped and tortured hundreds of young girls, believing their blood held the secret to eternal youth. Some say she bathed in their blood, others claim she drained their bodies in secret chambers beneath the castle. The truth? No one knows for sure. But when authorities finally stormed Cactus, what they found was too horrifying to ignore. Bathory was sentenced to life imprisonment, locked away in her own castle without food or light. She died within its walls, her soul never finding peace. Even now, locals say her ghost still lingers, wandering the ruins under the pale moonlight. Visitors report hearing distant screams, seeing shadowy figures, and feeling an unshakable sense of dread. The Castle of Cactus is more than just an abandoned fortress. It's a place where history and nightmare collide, where the echoes of the past still haunt the present. Would you dare walk its ruins, knowing the horrors that once took place within its walls? Lapalice Castle, Poland. Deep in the Polish countryside, hidden among dense forests, stands Lapalice Castle, a fairy tale dream turned eerie, unfinished nightmare. It's a place that looks like it should be centuries old, steeped in medieval history. But here's the twist: it was never even completed. In the 1980s, a wealthy artist had an ambitious vision, a castle with 365 windows, 52 rooms, and 12 towers, symbolizing the days, weeks, and months of a year. It was meant to be his personal retreat, an architectural masterpiece unlike anything else in Poland. But dreams, no matter how grand, don't always come true. Construction started, and the castle's skeleton rose from the ground, its towers piercing the sky like something out of a fantasy novel. But suddenly, everything stopped. Financial troubles, legal battles, and a lack of permits doomed the project before it could be finished. What was meant to be a majestic home became a hollow, lifeless shell, a castle without a king. But the unfinished walls hide something else. Explorers who enter speak of unsettling noises, strange whispers, footsteps in empty halls, even a ghostly presence watching from the highest towers. Some say the castle has taken on a life of its own, feeding off the energy of those who dare to step inside. Today, Lapalice Castle stands frozen in time, a place that was never truly alive, yet refuses to die. Would you dare to wander its abandoned corridors knowing that something or someone might be watching? Burj Al Babas, Turkey. Imagine a place where hundreds of identical castles stand side by side, ornate turrets, grand balconies, and elegant facades, stretching as far as the eye can see. But there's no life here. No royalty, no voices. Just an eerie, lifeless silence. This is Burj Al Babas, Turkey's most haunting and mysterious ghost town. It was supposed to be a luxury paradise, a multi-billion-dollar project designed to bring the charm of European castles to modern buyers. Developers planned for 732 fairy tale mansions, complete with shopping centers, spas, and artificial lakes. It was an architectural fantasy, a dream that seemed unstoppable, until everything collapsed. Financial troubles, lawsuits, and an economic crisis halted construction midway, leaving an entire city of castles abandoned and unfinished. What should have been a glamorous retreat became a graveyard of luxury, where half-built homes stand frozen in time, their empty windows staring into nothingness. But here's the creepiest part. Many visitors claim they feel watched as they walk through the deserted streets. Some say they hear faint whispers carried by the wind, as if the ghosts of lost dreams still linger in the air. Others believe this eerie town is cursed, doomed to remain unfinished forever. Burj Al Babas is a bizarre, haunting spectacle, a place meant for the wealthy, now claimed by the unknown. Would you dare wander its ghostly streets knowing no one was ever meant to live here? History leaves behind mysteries, and these castles are proof that some stories never truly end. Which one gave you chills the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you love exploring abandoned wonders and architectural mysteries, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Dwellscape. Until next time, keep exploring, because every building has a story to tell.